Well. I'm just letting everybody get in right now. And look at you. All right, we're watching you. We're watching you with hawk eyes. That's what we're doing. I'm watching. Wow, look at you going right underwater. Wow. We're going to have to leave you in a minute. We're going to do a live stream.
Yep.
Just waiting for everybody to join in. And are you going to join?
No.
No? The bumblebee won't be joining?
You want to say hi to them? Just say hi.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, it's right there. They can see you right now if you stand up on the stairs.
But careful.
You can just wave right now. You being all shy?
No, I'm cold.
I know, but I'm just saying you don't have to go get out of the pool. Just wave right now. Go hi. Just go like this. Hi. No, right here. Right here.
Right here.
Right here. Just say hi.
Say hi.
See, there you go. See, look at that.
You see that?
Well, hopefully some people are going to start rolling in. As you guys can see, we have a pretty incredible rental right now in Iloilo. We're just waiting for the exact time to start the live. With another 1 minute left. So we'll get rid of the starting soon, but take a look at the view. This is a house with 4 bedrooms. Really beautiful. So peaceful, right in Iloilo City, essentially. Well, in the suburbs of Iloilo City, but yeah. And it's coming on the market, and a guy I had shown his other rentals let me come and stay here because he knew damn well I would film it. Well, nothing wrong with that, obviously. And we appreciate it because this was pretty cool. And we both know Laura loves the pool, right?
I love the pool.
You do love the pool so much. All right, I think it's time. Let's get going over here, young lady.
Ooh, Daddy called me young lady.
I know. Well, you're
That's
young
so
sometimes.
funny.
We're all
That's
young at some
funny.
point. All right, let's see. I want to remove this
I don't know if
starting
that's a lie.
soon. No, it's not a lie. Let you guys see it, and because they still haven't processed it, and it's been 8-9 hours, and it's not processed. We're having all kinds of, hence, I put in the poll here to see, because for normally when we do these type of travel vlogs, you know, I put in 3 days worth of content. We shove it into a video, and it's a lot more action-packed than just sitting around the house and we're doing something and put out a video, right? These are like bigger productions, I guess you call it, and usually they get really great views. And they're my worst performing videos in, well, I don't even know how long, maybe a year, or maybe something like that. And so I'm like, what is going on? And then I have this problem here and everything, and I'm like, something's a little weird right now. So anyway, that's why I'm wondering. I don't know how many of my regular viewers are seeing my stuff. In addition to that, when we did the live stream this morning, there was very few people compared to every other live stream I do. We would have hundreds of people. So I don't know what's going on. It is what it is. We're going to deal with it. But we appreciate every one of you coming in, that's for sure. I wanted to, well, we're going to wait till a few more people get in, because what I want to show you here is a shout out to the people who helped out with the charity already and have done, like, that's just incredible as far as I'm concerned, that people are putting on all this time and money into it and everything. I think you're way off the screen. Let me double check, but I think, well, you're kind of, well, I'm not going to show that yet. When I do, when I do. Anyway, so I want to say hello to all you guys that are in here. Thank you very much. It looks relaxing. No joke, right? Like, we don't have, you'll know because it's green on the side if I put the background removal noise, and I don't have it on. So no roosters, no dogs. No, I'm not saying there's no dogs. Sometimes you hear a dog bark, which I think is normal in every neighborhood, but like not the obnoxious craziness, right? So like pretty awesome. What's up? Hey, what's up, brother? Thank you again, by the way, for New Year's. Oh, and there's little Laura. Come
Hi.
say hi to Jose.
Hi.
Hi, Jose.
Hi, Jose.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy New Year's because thanks to him, he was in
Yes.
Makati to make sure that we could get tickets to the New Year's bash on the Firefly. By the way, if there's still tickets, you can join us. It's a massive thing for New Year's on the rooftop in Makati. I can't remember the name of the hotel, Grand something, but it's the Firefly. Okay, that's the restaurant on the roof there. It's an amazing thing. The temperature's like 25 degrees Celsius, so it's kind of like perfect. You know, to me, I like 21, but since we're doing the swim thing and everything, 25 is actually awesome. Are you all enjoying all the cameras on you all? Yeah, we're not in that
No.
Airbnb. That's gone. Like that was in Laog.
Lawag.
Lawag. Okay,
And
that was
it's
in
not
Lawag.
exciting.
Yeah, and we
No.
told people this morning because all the details because and I try not to bore people too much with everything, but yeah, I'll explain a little bit better in a second. Maybe Thanksgiving in the USA has caused a drop of views. Potentially, but we're talking over a week, so maybe. But yeah, maybe. There he is. You got to hide back, by the way, Lara. She's, I think, getting dressed or something because she's so cold. And hey, I know it's the Philippines, and the Philippines start September 1, so that makes sense. And Joe Gabo checking in from Florida. What's up, Joe? And hello, Michael, Kat, and Lara. I've been enjoying your videos from Northern Luzon. Fantastic. I'm glad you are. I'm so happy. So yeah, the camera thing, guys. Like, there's a lot of like coulda, shoulda, that sort of thing. But what I found in the Philippines, like people are saying, well, I would have just destroyed the camera. But the thing about the Philippines is just because something seems to make sense to you that you wouldn't get in trouble for destroying the guy's camera because he's not supposed to be filming you, doesn't mean that will logically play out, right? So you could get in trouble for literally destroying their property, even though it's nonsensical. I get, you kind of get that, and it's like, is it worth the trouble? No. If we found him in the bedroom or the bathroom, well, that's a risk we would destroy. Yeah, it would have been a whole different issue. And in this case, yeah, we just didn't know about it. Not that it's illegal. It's entirely against the criminal code here in the Philippines, just to be clear. That's like somebody putting a camera in your hotel room, right? Like, just because it's an Airbnb doesn't change anything. And the law literally says even Airbnbs. Nowhere in the living space you have the right to privacy in there. And so, we just didn't know, and then, didn't think anything of Laura just changing in the living room because, well, who cares? Like in your normal house, they come down from the bath and they throw their towel over here and they get dressed. Like nobody, in a normal house, you don't even think about that. But yeah, it was later on when we looked up and see this red lights and we're like, what the hell is there? And it's not like some cheapy IP camera. No, it's hardwired. And it's way up in the corner, like pretty high up, like 15 feet or something like that, hardwired. So there's nothing to plug, nothing like that. And I follow the wire through the ceiling, coming out, and it's where all the exterior CCTV camera wires go. And they have like a drop ceiling sort of thing where you can see up into it. Like the place is really cool, don't get me wrong. And you can see the DVR and where it's connected to the DVR, and they're all flashing. So we know camera's active. We know it's recording and all that good stuff. And the thing is they were given an opportunity by Airbnb way too long, as far as I'm concerned. They only responded the day before yesterday. Not responded, but gave us their final conclusion, their investigation, because they gave them all this time to investigate. And even though it's 100% against their global policies, number two, it's against Philippines law, criminal code. I think it's against the law in the United States. But the owner of the place now lives in New York. It literally is in the listing that I moved to New York and now live in New York. And so that's why running to the PNP, if anybody knows and lived in the Philippines long enough, it's already going to be difficult to get them to do anything. They would first tell you to go find the barangay and get a barangay blotter done first. This would have taken 12, 15 hours for absolutely no result because the owner isn't even in the Philippines. This PNP station has no way to enforce something on somebody in New York. It's just not going to happen. And so all we could do is report it to Airbnb and say we want the footage destroyed. And this is I was very, like, I'm like, this, here's the law, this is illegal, it's criminal, it's 5 to 10 years in prison, all this stuff, right? And I was livid. I was absolutely livid. And they just came back and they were like, gave him all this time and saying, sorry, we're still investigating, sorry, we're still investigating. They gave us no credit, no refund, nothing. So the guy still got all the money. And at the end of the day, they just said, well, the owner said to us, because the house is in a rural area, he thought it was okay to have a camera in the living space, which is crazy in itself, especially when you consider the person that watches the house for them, their caretaker, literally can see into our place, which is crazy enough. Like, yes, they're down the stairs, but they could walk up the stairs and they can look right in because they didn't put a door between the caretaker. They put like a grate or like a perforated fence, like ornate, right? With holes this big. And so I showed in the video where I'm like, that's creepy, because at night, like, we can see all the light coming up and the person walking around in their place. And when you see those glass doors, that's just out to their balcony. So that's their inside. And so you have to whisper in there, otherwise that person can hear you. Not that, like, I'm entirely worried, but the whole point is you pay that kind of money, almost 9,000 pesos a night. You expect some privacy of some sort, right? And then it's not in the listing too. None of this is. So anyway, but the point is the caretaker already has the same spying capabilities. That doesn't really make sense. They're just trying to find a way out of it. But anyway, Airbnb just said that basically they banned the listing, and that's it. That's all that's going to happen. There will be no other recourse happening on this. So it's unfortunate, but even the P&P wouldn't be able to help us. We would just sit in that place and be bored waiting for the cop.
There.
Yeah.
No.
Put a blanket over the CCTV, 15 feet in the air, in the corner, like right in there. I don't think anything would have held on there.
Yeah.
If we had some tape or something, we could have taped something to it.
And it's high, right?
Yeah.
Higher.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Like when you're standing, remember you see the living room is sunken, so it's even further down to reach it. Like it's way up there. When you're on this side, you can see it like on the kitchen side. You can see it a little higher up here, but to reach it, you'd be way down there. So anyway, that's why. How long did it take you to know the Celsius to Fahrenheit conversion? Because I did most of my work in the United States. I work for a multinational corporation. And so I spend a lot of time dealing with the temperature conversion all the time. I'm not very great at it, but I'm good at ballparking it. Like I know the 7221 and that kind of thing. And I think 0 is minus, I used to know this, 34, is that right? So minus 34 Celsius is 0 Fahrenheit, something like that. But I used to do a lot better than I do now. That's what Post-its are good. Yeah, if we could have went into town and bought some Post-its, but we had already reported it. We wanted dealt with. We thought it would be an immediate thing, and they would be like, okay, so this is what's happening, And that was our biggest budget of the trip, was for that one. And so it's not like, if you know Airbnb, it could take a week to get your money back, and we'd have to go find another place to rent and leave. And we were like, okay, we checked the bedroom and the bathrooms. We're very confident, even though we always had that in the back of our head. There was nothing in there. And we're like, the place is beautiful. And they were like, we can't go and rent another place and wait a week for our money. And yeah, I know people think we're like super rich or something, but we're not. We're not. No, any excess money usually went to the Beaver. And now we're doing the charity thing, which you'll notice I pinned it on the top there. I'm going to show you, now that we got some more people here, real quick, I'm going to show you guys. This is how cool everybody is. I put it right up at the top. I think it's this one. Yeah, okay. Look at that. Look at that. See these names here? These people? Nope. These people. These people. There you go. All right. These people are absolute. Oh, no, over here. They are absolute legends, okay? All of these people here. That way? Yeah, I pointed at you. Yeah, all these people here donated. And so that because we knew that we could help, 20, 30 kids for Christmas and be like Santa Claus for them. And these are kids that really don't have anything. They're sent out to beg all day. They'll just wander the streets from 7:30 in the morning till like midnight. And as young as 3 years old. So either they bring the money back home, and that's what the family eats off of or whatever, or it's just so that the kids don't really cost them anything. Just send them out, and that way they never have to feed them, they never anything, and they just provide the roof over their head. They don't go to school, most of them, and all this stuff. So it's one of those barangays that needed a lot of help, and we want to help the kids. It's not their fault, right? None of this is their fault. And so if you know, we do stuff with the charity already helping schools with laptops, tablets, all that kind of stuff. I was like, oh, let's see if we can do something. It's still Christmas. They're not going to have anything like what we have in the West. And instead of giving Laura a bunch of gifts or whatever, we were going to help a bunch of these kids out. And so I said, wait a minute, if we make it bigger, we tell our audience, you never know, we might be able to do like all the kids in that barangay. We heard from one person that it'd be 250-ish kids under the age of 10, so 10 and under. But after we had to enlist help on this to get local government help, and it was a little bit difficult. So we finally got a congressman, and he's like all in. He's like, yeah, whatever you guys need, let's go, and hooking us up with a venue to do it in, make sure we have tables, chairs, staff to help, because we're going to have a lot of things, right, to bring there to give out to the kids and everything. And so anyway, we got all this all secured, but he's like, oh, there's far more than 250 kids in that barangay. So the good thing is see these names here? We pretty much are right at the point of being able to get 250 kids Christmas presents, not just 20, 30 kids that we were going to do. Now we're like talking 250 kids. In addition to that, one of my subscribers put in $500 towards, or 50,000 pesos?
Yeah, it said 50.
Was it? No, I think it was $500. I don't, forgive me, it's just my brain right now. But to go towards food for the kids. Oh, we need 100. Yeah, that's right. And not just the kids, but their families, because the families are going to come with them. And so we're like, okay, so we'll figure something out. Like we can get food down to 100 pesos per person, make a deal with like, first we were thinking rice and fish or rice and chicken, and all, but that's what they actually get anyway. That's not a treat. These are kids that never get to go to McDonald's or Jollibee, like literally never. And so if we go to, with the help of the congressman, to Jollibee or McDonald's, the franchise owners, and say, listen, we got 100 pesos per person. Can you help us feed all of these people? You'll still make 100,000 pesos by doing this, but you'll come, bring your Jollibee or your Ronald McDonald, you know, that kind of thing, and discount your food down to you're helping the charity and that kind of thing. Anyway, and by the way, we didn't collect this money personally or anything. We used the registered charity here in the Philippines, the same one we use for the children's surgery and also for the school supplies and everything else. We do realize we cannot collect money on behalf of charities in the Philippines. That would be illegal. So yeah, we do it through that way. That way, checks and balances, they register how much money goes in, and then they keep track. They have all the names and everything else, and then all the receipts for everything that we has bought for this gets applied to it. So it works out better that way. Anyway, so thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all of you that have donated. That's so awesome. One of the best things you can do. Oh, okay. So Darren doesn't like the desert video. La
Why
Union.
not? Why don't you try?
Baguio. What else? Locos Norte.
Yeah.
I guess all those videos. That's totally okay, Darren. That is actually an answer I would be okay with, because then it would just make sense, right? Some people do, obviously. Like when we just put out a video, simple, we're just talking and walking around and just showing something, and then it's like 15, 20 minutes. And some people love those videos, and those are the ones that sometimes get crazy views, just like walking down a street sort of thing. And so I get it. There's somebody for everything. Not everybody wants to see like
Especially
travel destinations and stuff like that.
where you can find a desert that it's very cheap.
Oh yeah, here in the
Right?
Philippines. What was that again? Oh yeah,
that-
it was like $50, but to take like that's a dune buggy with staff and everything else.
So
yeah.
it's not boring. It's exciting.
Well, yeah, but it's exciting for us. But and I get it that for some people that's not exciting, you know. And if you live in the Philippines, so you know, like dune buggies through the desert isn't a normal thing. ATVs, you got that a lot, but not in the desert, like in the jungle,
No.
that kind of thing. So for us, it was different and it was interesting, and I'm okay with that. If it was just boring, then that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Double conversion, double centigrade, and oh, there you go, double centigrade and add 32. Now, does that work though when you get into the minuses? I think then it starts to get quirky or something. I don't remember. Being in Davao, my Filipina and I are so far from all the other places I want to visit. Hopefully soon I'll take a vacation from work to travel to different islands. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love it. I love traveling all over. And by the way, Brian, once again, sorry, I don't know if I got this. I think I did, but I might have forgot Brian. Thank you again. And good to see you. Like 8 hours later, here you are. Thank you, Brian. Howdy from Ventura, California.
Thank you.
A.
A.
So he's a Canadian, clearly, right? In Ventura, California? Or are you just honorarily Canadian? I left San Francisco for Baguio, going on 3 years now. Oh,
Oh,
look at that.
wow.
You know, in San Francisco isn't like it's in California, but it's not hot, right? It's cooler temperatures, and a lot of people do say Baguio is like the San Francisco of the Philippines because you get the cool nights in San Francisco, you get the breezes and everything. But you don't get. I don't think you get the same kind of crazy rain and everything. But temperature-wise, I think. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you. I think for the most part, like it's one of those things. I'm sure I do things differently to go back, but we don't all have that. We don't have that opportunity, clearly. Hey, hello, Michael and Kat from King and Bathurst, Toronto. Well, Paul. King and Bathurst. That's a beautiful area. Expensive there now, though, isn't it? I think so. Halifax. Hey, Halifax computer repairs. Snow is coming. Winter is coming, my friend. Winter is coming. Not here. There's a barangay in Buda. Oh, that must be in Davao. Drove through it when going to a mountain resort. Decided to buy some food and toys for the children there. Ah, fantastic. I'll talk to the girlfriend about donating to charity. That's fantastic. Some people just donate $5. That's cool. $5, $10. It's PayPal. Pretty much everything. It's donor box that handles it for the charity so that they can collect from every country in the world, whatever currency. And so they make it relatively simple. Just keep in mind the charity does a lot of work, right? You'll see on their website, you're like, oh, wow, they kind of like do every type of thing. So you have to make sure there's a little box there and it says add a comment when you donate, and you click that and put kids Christmas, then they will know it goes to that. Otherwise, it might end up into the general pool, which is used for all the different charity stuff that they do. You weren't convincing. No. Dominating over you with pulling your hair in the desert. She kind of laughed that off, didn't she? Yeah. She likes to pretend she's super tough. Hey, really amazed by Logaog City. You know, Stephen, I wanted the whole time, like when I'm editing, I'm like, I wish we had more time there. And the bad thing is our first day, before we had the worry of the camera thing, we actually just vegged. We chilled, we slept, we vegged, just because we had been traveling at that point up to like 11 days straight, filming and going out and just doing things, just being busy all the time, not sleeping very much and everything. And so we just kind of took a day where that was the whole plan with this nice Airbnb and everything. And I wish we had more time up there because I didn't get the right drone footage in the right spots and that kind of thing, like really showing like the Robinson Township thing, like the condos there were really beautiful, but it was like when I was driving by on the motorbike and going, wow, you can see what's happening here. Like this is becoming mini Iloilo sort of thing up there, and yet the prices are still so low. When I go on Facebook Marketplace, because I wanted to research and say, well, how much is apartments here, like what we would consider a nice place? And it was like 6,000, 8,000 pesos for like nice condos, nice house rentals, that kind of thing. And then the really nice ones are only like 12. And I was like, holy crap. And then I look around, and we spent the 3 days there. We didn't see a single foreigner, not one other foreigner. And we were like, well, that makes sense. So I did not like San Francisco too much, up and down, too many people. The Bocadon. Thank you. Highlands would work better for me. Malay Balay looks nice. Not sure where that is.
In Aklan?
Is that in
Malay
Aklan?
Balay? Maybe.
Yeah. Beautiful background. Yes, this is, you guys are going to have to wait for this video, okay? Because we still have some more videos to put up that might be boring. I hope not. And I try it. I try to cut out stuff so that it's faster pace, quick, but can't, you can't sometimes convey the whole image of something without leaving some things in. Anyway, so this is a 4-bedroom, beautiful house. Not quite in Iloilo City, it's the suburbs of Iloilo, so it's in Pavia, just at the top. In a nice, quiet community, and it's beautiful. And this house is big. See back here? That's one of the 4 bedrooms. And it's like a whole hotel room on its own in there. And then we have a master bedroom. And then we have that one room that has the bunk beds, which I'm sure when the house was originally built before renovations was more like for a maid's room. But they turned it into, like, if you have kids or whatever, you have bunk beds in there. It's got a bathroom, it's got everything. Then upstairs is a whole other master type bedroom that has its own separate office up there also and everything. The place is remarkable, beautiful. Wait until you guys see this Airbnb video, or not Airbnb. Well, you can. They're going to put an Airbnb for now, but I told them, like, once, because it's not available yet, once my audience sees this, somebody's going to want to rent this. All right, the guy who's renting this out, he has contacted me the last 2 times. He took a house and renovated it to Western standards, where you have like either a generator, or this house is solar with batteries. So we had a power outage. We didn't know about it until they told us. We had no clue, because you can run everything in this house for the whole time on solar, no problem, because it has 2 big monster batteries. Anyway. But it has water purification. Like, guy does every little detail. He makes them perfect. And so they rent like this as soon as I show them. And so I have a feeling, even though he's going to try to do some short-term rentals in the beginning, it won't be long. Somebody's going to be like, no. Because I know the pricing in Iloilo in the subdivisions. And for a really nice house, you're paying 80 to 100,000. So there's going to be a market for somebody to come in here and say, no, I just want it for a year. I'm going to take this. And so you won't have to worry about cleaning it all the time and everything. I'm like, that's the way to go. So we'll see. Either way, he let us stay here for free, so of course he knows I'm gonna film it. I do. I kind of remember algebra, but honestly, yeah, it's all based on how much you use it. How are the Babe-Roonies? And all over, and you are like a superhero. Catherine didn't like it very much because every girl wanted to talk to me. Everybody wanted to smile at me.
Huh?
In the Og, there's no white guys, so you get all the attention.
No, I'm in Lawag.
Yeah.
They're looking at me and you, like,
Sizing you up, and
yeah, it looks like they look at me like, gold digger, something like that.
well,
Oh my God. Like, they don't have a financer, only Mike.
yeah, I'm the only one.
Only Mike.
I'm the only
Yeah.
one. So yeah, you'll stand out like a sore thumb. You're not gonna have any problem there. I love my wife's hometown in Bicol, but your videos have really convinced me to travel outside of Bicol as well. Keep up the great work. Thank you. There's so much of the Philippines to see, and we haven't seen it all. Yeah, it's a beautiful pool. We don't have that in Maine. No, this is tropical paradise. So I think I've answered that now, where we are. Hi, Michael. I retired September 1st, and I plan to sell my condo. However, I'll have to rent it out now because the condo prices have absolutely collapsed for now, at least, probably for many years. Yeah. But the good thing is rents, usually when housing prices collapse, rents generally go up, unless you're in an area like Manila, for example, where there was just all the Chinese had to pull out and all this, and there was just empty condos everywhere, and now everybody needs to rent them out. And so the rent prices went down in Manila. But in other parts of the Philippines where they didn't have that, the rents have gone up and up and up. So, yeah. So, but I think mostly in America, stuff like that, that's what I noticed. Rents get better when the market kind of goes the other way. Hey, Jay Dexter, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you. You say thank you? Say thank you, Jay Dexter.
Thank you, Dexter.
She needs to say it. She gets shy sometimes. How goes the family home build, eh? Wow, Brian. Well, we haven't started, but obviously, because we don't. Oh, sorry. I know we're talking about her family. So her family is now doing, or going to be starting, because they have the money to buy the materials, the steel trusses for the roof, so that they can finish the roof. And that's going to be a big job, big production.
We
Her-
just started again. It's because it's still raining.
yeah, the
here.
rainy season is
Yeah,
just,
non-stop.
Yeah.
So they can't work.
it's like a mud
Yeah,
bog, you know?
yeah.
So the roof is the most important thing now, and they're going to get that over. Rainy season is pretty much it. So we're at the point now. But yeah, we just gave them the money to do that. So we expect this soon, maybe, that we can start to see some real progress there, because that's a big thing. I've done a ton of research comparing Cambodia, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Thailand. Oh, here you go. It's in Bukidnon.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully, no, and we know them very, very, very well. And it's funny because the wife was saying that, well, originally, like, they put all these plugs in different places because they were thinking of putting cameras in there. And she's the one that said, oh, you can't put cameras in there if we're going to rent it out. You can't have them on the inside. You can only have them on the outside of the building. So yeah, they're definitely not in here. We know them very well. So wonderful, wonderful couple. From what I gather, the Philippines is the most expensive, but how do you put a price on people who can speak English and smile through the roughest of times? It's so true. It is so true. Like, we talk to people all the time, and they're like, oh, but, Vietnam's so cheap. And it is. We've been there. We know. And, but it's just like trying to compare what is the price in, mainland United States and in Hawaii or something like that. Islands are just more expensive. And we've seen it when we were taking ferries, and we could see the truck price. And so we know, okay, this truck's coming from Baguio, and it's making its way down to Mindoro, then it's going to make its way to the Panay, where we live on that island, and then drive all the way across. And it's 70 to 100,000 pesos per ferry for that truck. And so that truck alone is going to, say, spend 200,000 more than just the gas and driving a truck to deliver these vegetables down here. And this is something made in the Philippines. So it hasn't gone on a main ship to get there in Manila and then make its way that same route. So yeah, it's an unfortunate thing, but it has to come with that. But it's true that there's more value in everything else, where you had a difficult time, even because everybody assumed you were Vietnamese, trying to communicate in Vietnam, because it's just so difficult. Now, if you're sticking to a 5-star resort or whatever, I'm sure you'll have a much better time. But just wandering the streets and stuff like that, what a difference. Here in the Philippines, just talk. You won't have any problems. You run into a rare person here and there. But
Vietnamese language.
yeah, let me hear some of it.
No, I mean
Thai?
you
Oh,
and you
oh,
need to
somebody
learn,
else. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, well, people end up learning Thai or Vietnamese,
Yeah.
when they go there, because that's their way. Where here, you can go your entire life here and have everybody come up to you and only speak English to you. And that's why it's actually really difficult to learn in this country, because you're not forced into a situation where you need to learn. Unlike when I lived in Albania, nobody spoke English, so they just start talking in Albanian to you, and you're like, I gotta learn this, I'm more of a beach guy. Lots of nice beach towns and cities in the Philippines. True. Tons of beaches, right? For that reason. Yo, yo, yo. Good morning from New Zealand. Good morning. Look at that. We got some New Zealand people. Normally we do these things in the morning, and we only end up with Westerners. When I say Westerners, I mean West. Actually, does that make sense? We're Easterners from here, right?
Westerners.
America is east of us.
Yeah.
You Easterners. But I meant America. You usually just get Americans. Right now, not many California people are going to be on, because it's like 6:30 in the morning for them on a Saturday. It might not be up yet. But we do have some San Francisco here, so thank you. That means you're up super early. Filipinos can be mean to each other. My wife went through that in the U.S.
Sometimes.
Yeah, Mary Toss and everything, huh?
Well, I didn't start that. They started.
See?
I just want to listen, but
Damn.
that's okay. If they have secrets, I can keep it.
Is driving one of the more dangerous things a foreigner will do in the Philippines? My blood pressure only raises slightly now. Yeah, exactly. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Because there's very few dangerous things here. Maybe that's the only reason. Um, like I feel, I just predict the worst in everything. This guy's gonna break. This guy's gonna swerve. Everybody's gonna do everything wrong. I don't know what it is, but, and so, yeah.
For Mike, it's not dangerous.
I don't think about it. Like honestly,
No.
I love
You
driving
drive
here.
crazy, like you just want to
Yeah.
go to.
Nothing bothers me here. I love it. I love it.
Oh my
I love
God.
the freedom of it. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't like 20-kilometer-an-hour trikes on a highway in the fast lane and will not move over, no matter what you do.
He doesn't care about the humps. He
The
doesn't
humps?
care. Yeah.
Oh, because you're on the back. I don't
Yeah,
feel it.
he loves that.
She blames me for every pothole, everything.
Oh,
I try
yeah.
to avoid them all, but
It hurts, but sometimes you need to, you know, it pinches.
but the truth
side.
is, because they're not like big potholes, right? They're always just like this. Is that the faster you go, the less you feel. If you go slow, it's boom, boom, right? But if you're going fast, it just goes right over them.
It still hurt.
Yeah,
It still hurts.
she's on the back. So.
Yeah, you
I
love
I
hurt.
can't argue. I can't argue. There might be no foreigners allowed for a reason. They might have cooked and eaten. Maybe Satoshi
Hey.
Yakamoto. How's that Bitcoin doing, buddy?
You're lucky.
Yeah. Nobody cooked me up. Don't know why. Hello, Michael. My wife and I are moving to Cebu soon and hope to meet you guys there. Yeah, we don't get to Cebu much yet. We were going to do the northern part, right? And it never happened because of that earthquake. And we were like, oh, we don't need to be there. Like, think about it. If you are there, you want to show your best, right? And you want the world to see it, not in despair and everything else. And so I was like, no, I'd rather wait. And so like basically the area puts its best foot forward. It's a really good idea of how it is there, and not by something that happens every whatever. And the good thing about these things is you can build to withstand these things. You just need to, like, I wish the owner of here was here. He basically babysat this and stood over top to make sure nobody cut any corners and stuff like that. But the building standards are here. Do they get followed? Because they're better than America's, by the way. They're like the typhoon or the hurricane rated. Here in the Philippines, it's higher than hurricane rated. So you should be able to build the right way, but you have to stand on top of them. Said it already visiting this summer. In 2 years, when daughter is in college, we'll spend 3 months in the Philippines and travel around. Fantastic. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing about here. Like, even if you wanted to do it cheap, the buses go everywhere, even to other islands. So you can get on a bus in Manila that literally says Cebu. And the bus literally goes on those same ferries and just parks inside there, and you can get out. And then when it gets to the other place, you get back on the bus, and that bus will take you the whole way. And it's so affordable. And then otherwise you can rent a car and you can drive them onto ferries, and that gets expensive. It's like 10,000 pesos every ferry to bring your car around. I think Batangas to Roxas was with our ticket, so I think it was 16 or 17,000 pesos to bring a car from Batangas to Roxas City. So that's like 300 and some odd dollars, right? So I highly recommend you just rent a car from where you're going and just take the boat. So. Greetings from -10 in Austria. Schnitzel. Wish I could be there in the Philippines now. No joke. -10. I don't miss that at all. Yeah, she doesn't even know what that feels like, because
No.
8, 17, 16 degrees is like, where is like a heated blanket and furs. Have you watched Leia and Belair's vlog? No, I haven't seen their vlog. There's a lot, that's why. So I get fed them in my my thing every once in a while, new ones, but there's quite a few already, so it's really difficult to. I don't generally have a lot of spare time, so for me it's just, oh, Look at that. There's a new one there. If it's intrigued me, I'll go with it. But yeah, I just have such a busy life. It's really difficult for me to watch an entirety of pretty much anybody's right now. But I used to watch them all. Before I came to the Philippines, I was like you guys. I got all my research and try to figure out things. And that's why when I make videos, I try to think of, well, what did I want to know when I was watching those vlogs? And because I was the same person. I watched for years before coming here, especially during the pandemic. Everything was closed down and everything. Man, I watched so many vlogs here. And yeah, I learned a lot from that. You know, it helped me like kind of have the bigger picture. And that's the hardest part. Like when you see a city, a lot of people just show like a resort or just one specific area of a city. And then if you go to that area, you don't have that bird's eye view of the whole thing. And so I try to give people a bird's eye view if I can, so that you understand like where everything is in perspective to where you are. And it just makes life easier. Plus, if you're driving around and everything, even just taking transit, you kind of know, okay, north of here is that area, and west of here is that area, that kind of thing. Baja California is up 0633. Whoa, good morning. Good for you. Awesome. Baja is a beautiful area there. That's a nice surfing area too. Good morning from Gatineau Hall, Quebec. Bonjour, comment ça va? Checking out. Have a tea time. Hey, enjoy, Joe. Enjoy. Yeah. You know, I've watched it for years, and I'm sure you know it. This is normal. November, December, somewhere in there, right around that area, sometimes October, you know, you see the big dive, then everybody says, oh, it's going to zero, and then all of a sudden, and then it stays and it lags a bit, and then like April, May, you see the spike, and then there's a little drop, and then the big build up again to October. It's just, it's been nonstop. And it's not financial advice, I'm just saying what I've seen every single time, and I don't have it anymore. I used to have that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like sky is falling. I see it as the same as like the preppers, you know, when everybody says the end of the world is coming. Oops, I didn't read that one. And I'm just like, wow, I've seen so many cycles in my lifetime where people say you need a bunker, you need this, you need the go bags, and you know that. And I see that it becomes a fad, and the end of the world doesn't come, and these things never happen, and then it goes away for a while, and then we do it all again. Oh, there goes the timer on that. Do you prefer Manila or Cebu or Davao? I haven't been to Davao yet. Our flight didn't work out. My fault.
Yeah, Davao.
My fault. We missed our flight. So that trip never yet happened. I've heard wonderful things about Davao. I heard it's a bigger Iloilo, so clean, modern, livable, and but just bigger. And then, but I've been to Cebu. I've been to Manila. The thing about Manila is it's just so big. We're talking 35 million plus people, right, in a very congested area. Because Manila's not just Manila; it's Greater Manila, it's Quezon, it's everything. Like just huge, massive cities, Pasay and everything. Am I saying it right, Pasay?
Pasay.
Pasay. So anyway, it's just so big, and even Cavite, you sometimes can't even tell the difference between Pasay,
Pasay, yeah.
Pasay and Cavite. It's just
Yes.
like Anyway. But I love, like, if you go to BGC, of course you're going to love it. If you're, like, just to visit. I'm not a person that likes to live in that life, but I get it. I 100% get it. And Eastwood, oh my God, like, if I was just somebody who, like, especially if I, you know, had a bad hip or whatever, and I couldn't walk too far, and I wanted everything very close, Eastwood is perfect. It's literally everything you could ever imagine you would ever need. It's just so close, and it's so beautiful. It's like San Francisco, because they have the trolley car in there and everything. They try to make it look like San Francisco. And the building's so modern and everything. It's so beautiful. Where Cebu, traffic is just bad. Oh God, you know, Mac 10 can be beautiful in some spots, but it felt a little disorganized for me, I guess, at this point. The last time I was there, maybe, you know, that's the thing with this massive developments and everything else. Like what could look kind of disorganized and not lining up properly, and then 1 year later, you're like, what the heck? Where did all this come from? They move so fast. So it could be different. But Cebu I2 Park, quite nice place, beautiful place, much like Eastwood, and I was mentioning in there, and then that subdivision that's nearby there, that's for wealthy and everything. It's really nice too. Can't remember the name of it. But then, just to leave out that area, it's just so hard. The traffic is just so horrible. Like when I got headed to Oslob and Malboal from Cebu, prepare yourself for that one stretch through. I think it's Talisay or whatever that whole stretch in there is just. Oh my God! I couldn't believe the traffic. Like I don't even know how they're going to ever fix that. There's nowhere to put highways. So, yeah, I probably would, even without seeing Davao, I would say that you should definitely check that before. And just because I know that the advantage of these smaller cities that grew bigger later in the modern times should be pretty obvious, right? They have the more space to put in the highways. That's like Iloilo and stuff like that, where they can do urban planning and everything. Where a city like Manila and Cebu, who grew such a long time ago,
Skyway.
yeah, they just got
Skyway.
piled up on top of each other. Hi, nice viewing your videos and hope all is well in the Philippines. Yeah, it's doing good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Are you planning to start a new business? What business? Not right now. Let's just say that. We still own a percentage of the beaver, and we're happy just to hang on to that for now. You know, long term, it's probably a smart thing to have other revenue sources, of course. So, but for now,
We're chilling.
we got, well, we're not even chilling, but we have other things that we really need to attend to right now. You'll see we have a very big project coming up very soon, which not technically announcing yet, but it's going to take a bit of our time, that's for sure, and money. It's like an investment, but investment ourselves, our future type thing. So we'll leave it at that for now. Brian, another super chat. Thank you very much, Brian. It's nice to see Kat as a
I was
relaxed,
leaning
a lot on camera.
Yeah.
You're chilling, eh?
Yeah, it's relaxing here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. We could be sitting in that pool live streaming right now.
And we don't hang out inside. We just hang
Oh,
out
yeah. Well, that's,
here. Last night.
we do have that dog barking. Now, I told you guys it's rare.
And now we have this one dog barking. But who knows?
But yeah,
Maybe
but they're gonna
Maybe he
stop.
found a cat. You know, I don't know. It's just not that common here.
so. But yeah, it's such a beautiful place.
And that's why I don't understand why people just come here and then live in the air conditioning. And there is ways. Like, this has got fans
all over the place here.
that can really cool you off.
And, you know, a pool or something like this.
Because, you know, I left Canada, so maybe that's why my perspective is like that. But I'm like, I love the indoor-outdoor living where you can just open everything up. No air conditioning on anything, just fans or whatever. Move to and fro, you know. I love it. Love it. Thank you very much. We will be in Roxas in February. Hope to meet you there. Fantastic. We're looking forward to it. Don't know my schedule for Roxas or February just yet, but we'll see. We'll see. It should be around, maybe. Bro, think twice about starting other business. Yeah, exactly. I know all that. So we learned a lot of lessons in that one. So we'll go from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for that, by the way. Oh, what's this? Hey, super chat. Thank you very much. $6.99 from Paul. Thank you very much, Paul. That's
Thank
really awesome
you.
of you. Appreciate that. Oh, and here we go. Leah and Blair find lost loved ones via DNA. Wow. How though? Oh, maybe like that 23andMe or something like that. Because I'm like, it's not like the Philippines has this big DNA database where they just can. Oh, let's see if anybody matches to you. Is that how it is? It's probably something like that. Very cool. Very cool. We'll definitely try your beaver pub. Thank you. And now we have steak. Now, you know, we're not the managers of it anymore, but the new people that took over are steak aficionados. They have a steak restaurant already in the city. And so they introduced the American, it's American, it's USDA steak. And it's a steak, they cook it phenomenally. I'm going to tell you right now, I absolutely love it. You want rare, no problem. Medium rare, that kind of thing. Which, if you've been in the Philippines long enough, it's not a normal thing to know how to properly cook a steak. So they do know how. Would you recommend Roxas for a single man looking for a lady or even better ladies? So what I'm going to tell you now, to be very honest, is cities are generally not, it doesn't mean you can't, of course you can, but cities are generally going to be more difficult. People in cities are busier. They have different priorities. They're career minded. They're only focused on this, that kind of thing. But if you go to the smaller towns outside of the cities, and I've said this before, Banate, Altavas is another one that's not far from where we are in Roxas. Banate, not far from Iloilo City. When you go there, the people there, their leisure time is like total leisure, and they're always out, and they'll be out down by the pier, or if they don't have a waterfront, they'll have a public square or whatever, and they'll pack in there. And you also stand out like a sore thumb, right? Like you're gonna be like, if you held up like one friend had said to me, if you held up a sheet of whole bunch of red dot stickers, and then you had this one sticker in the middle that's white. Well, you're going to stand out, or the other way around, all white dots and one red dot, right? And you held it up, and you're going to be like, what do you see? They're going to see the one person that stands out, well, the one sticker that stands out. And so, yeah, even the families, it's like, you need to get marry somebody with money, like there's this pressure that comes from everybody that, that it becomes a goal in life to find a partner. You get people in the city, the goal in life is to finish university, do your 2 years at working at the hospital so that you can go work in Canada and make a fortune, or America or whatever, and see how the priorities are totally different. The parents will be like, you are a distraction from the actual goal of making big money in America, and therefore they're not behind her going, oh yeah, and supporting it and cheering them on and that kind of thing. Or even when they're growing up, it's not pressured into it as a goal. So you got to think of those type of things. Where's your best opportunity? Your best opportunity is going to be in places that their priorities are just different. It's about families, it's about friends, and it's about leisure. Hi guys, my wife and I purchased a house in Baguio in October. Hey, planning to move next year. Love the videos of your travels. Fantastic. Hey, Baguio, nice and cool, my friend. Wow. And from the locals' perspective, I was just a visitor. And when you're a visitor, you really can't get a good idea what it is long term. Right? And that's actually one of the pitfalls of many foreigners. They come to the Philippines, they love this place, they stay 1 week, right? And then they go back home and say, I'm moving to that city, it was amazing. And then they come back and the second time and they spend a couple weeks there, and then they're like, oh, it just doesn't feel the same. And that's because that gloss that's over your eyes, that everything's new and everything else, you are ignoring all the other things, maybe the pet peeves or the things that you don't particularly like. So it's important to try something out before you make any long-term commitment, sort of thing. And so from the locals' perspective, I appreciate that very much, because they lived there for many years and they really get it. And none of them, I shouldn't say none of them, but for the most part, they've all navigated themselves around what everybody complains about, traffic. And they just know when to leave, when not to leave, that kind of thing, what days to not go out, well, I'm going to say it here. If it wasn't said in your visit, I would most likely have never went to, Jose, thank you, brother, thank you. And you've been a super awesome supporter of our channel, been a member, you've always given out memberships and all kinds of cool things. And we appreciate you very much. And also, you're just an awesome guy. So, Jose came to the Beaver and hung out 3 times now. I think it's been 3, Jose, something like that. And even made a trip just for us recently when he was in Makati. He just booked a flight and just came for 1 night, only 1 night. Like, how cool is that? So thank you, Jose. You've been awesome. Is this property a gated community? Yes, it's in a subdivision. The gatehouse is like that close. It's really close. Really nice subdivision too. The park is nice with the children's playground in it and everything. Like I said, that's rare that we hear this one dog that won't shut up. And now he's triggering another one now, yeah. But it's been so quiet here. And I love this waterfall thing when it's on, because it drowns out most noises. I love that. You have to have that. People don't realize how big the Philippines is. Yes, it's really big. It's not big in square meter size. I think I say it's the same as Arizona for the whole country. In at least buildable land, so not tops of mountains that you just can't, they're peaks and stuff like that. They say actual build upon land is the same as Arizona. Keep up your good vlogs. I like your 4K drone footage. Thank you very much. Yeah, I love making that drone footage too. I think it really, again, bird's eye perspective of things is pretty important. Manila makes Boston look like, yeah, Manila's like Mexico City, you know, like it's a whole other something. I buy canned food by the case to save some money, but everything else I like fresh or dried. Yeah, fantastic. Plus it'll last. They're already ready for the prepping. As I mentioned, they live at King and Bathurst. Yesterday I filled 4 bags of groceries, which cost $174, just to give you a little perspective. Yeah, but 4 bags is a lot. That sounds like a lot of groceries, like big plastic bags. Like they don't do plastic anymore in Canada, do they? But yeah, because I remember grocery shopping, and I spent a fortune in groceries in Canada.
Paper bag, something like that.
No, you bring your own bag type thing, or you buy them
Oh,
like
the
they're
extra
trying to
bag,
do here.
something like that?
Yeah.
But it depends on the size of the bag, because I
Yeah,
feel
and
like that's
also
not very
here,
big, or that's a lot.
7-Eleven or you know, 7-Eleven. You need every Wednesday. You need to bring your own.
Oh yeah, they don't even have bags
Yeah.
at 7-Eleven anymore. Well, they have paper bags.
Yeah,
But then as soon as they put the drinks in, they sweat, right? Because they're in a hot climate. And you put it in there, they fall. As soon as you walk out of the store, they'll fall right
Yeah,
out the
fall.
bottom. You gotta hold it from the bottom.
you can ask if they can double your paper
They
bag.
always double it. It still leaks
Triple.
right through. Yeah, it needs a lot. We're in Colorado now. Oh, minus 26 degrees Fahrenheit. So to give you an idea, that is, wow. Wait a minute, Fahrenheit. So minus 26. That is like, am I wrong? Is that like minus 50? In Colorado, though? No. My brain ain't raining. Yeah, see, like I said, when he gets down there, then all my math just falls out of my head. Because I don't really do the math, I do the approximation. And just based on numbers I know. No algebra here, sorry. Can't wait to get to Cebu. We rented a beautiful house at the Crimson Resort and Spa. Oh, wow. That's a... My goodness, Tom Meadows. Wow. That is a gorgeous resort. That is right beside, I think, Shangri-La and everything. Oh, you'd be delighted to have you guys as our guests one day. I think we have to go. I think we have to go to Mac 10.
I've never been
Yeah, Mac 10 is... Yeah. Wow, that's a nice place. SoCal is like that. Too many cars and people trying to go places. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do remember all the traffic there too. I think we got that, but thank you again. Thank you. Gatineau Hall. Oh, as you know, it's just across the bridge from Ottawa. Yes, I do. Since we'll be in Roxas in February, any souvenir you'd like us to bring for you from our nation capital? Alain and Mariana. You know, we get a lot. We have a lot of stuff from Canada, to be very honest. You know, the things we would ask you to do is what people have brought us that is technically not allowed. Like cheese curds, my friend, so we can make poutine. But technically not allowed to bring that on a plane. But people do.
But not in
But
bed.
I can't tell you to
Not
do
in
that
bed,
because that
okay?
would be illegal.
You can eat,
They're
but
asking
not
for
in
your
bed.
DNA kit donations. Oh. Yeah, but you know the thing about the DNA thing is that just what do you call it? Like just to find out, just for funsies sort of thing? Because I'm pretty sure it's not legal because those DNA companies that they aren't 100%. And it's not considered legal, whatever you want to call it. And to get it done, you have to get the government to do it, which here it's the NBI. I think that would have to do it for some legal purposes or something like that. But yeah, when I found out that what companies bought up all those 23andMe's and stuff like that, and that can, like, I don't know, it's a little too creepy for me, to be honest. I love Davao, but I'm ready to move to a smaller city. Less traffic, up in the mountains, cooler temperature, yeah. And you don't have to, like Davao has a nice mountain area up there, so where you have the cool temperatures. The only thing is different is they get a little bit hotter temperatures during the day, and because of where they're located, so Davao is basically on the equator, right? And so where they're located, so you do get that. But then at night, it's very close to Baguio temperatures. I believe it says 3 to 6 degrees on average difference between Baguio and there, which is still dramatically cooler than many other parts. So it's pretty good. Michael, you're talented with people and communication. Appreciative. You giving me your time and perspective. Anytime, anytime. Always try to help people. Found your videos watching D-Zone and Tazzle. We love them. Absolutely. We're just talking about them today. Somebody's going to see them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mitzi and
Mitzi and Lou. Yeah.
Lou.
They came for our live stream this morning.
And then
They're
they
heading
go-
out to go hang out with them.
And then
Yeah.
they're going to Boracay.
Yeah, they're going to go to Baraka after they visit
Because
them.
Mitzi's first time.
I know.
Yeah,
Can you
it's her
believe that?
first- I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
It's her first time to
But,
go
hey.
to Boracay.
It's every Filipino's dream to go there at least once. So it doesn't shock me, but it shocked me that they've never been, considering, you know, but they lived in America for such a long time, including her. So I kind of get that then. Out of all the cities, which city would you recommend to live to someone and why? Well, people ask me all the time, and I'm like, that's such a loaded, like not loaded, but I mean, it's needs more information. So I tell them, like, what do you want? You want beach life? Do you like the city life where you can just get anything and everything? Do you want more suburban life, like bigger house like this? You could drive into the sea, but you don't really want to be there. That kind of thing. Do you need an airport nearby? Do you care if there's big shopping malls or not? Like some people are like, I want the simple life. I hear that a lot. I do warn them to make sure you try the simple life first, because everybody that I know that tried the simple life, after about a year, they go crazy, because, you know, it's one thing, because we all want what we don't have. That's why Filipinos can't wait to go to Canada and be cold all the time. You hear,
me.
not you, but you know what I mean. They're so excited for it until they have one of our winters or several of our winters, and then they're like, oh, I don't want this anymore. Like, it's freezing my bones, you know?
Yeah.
We all are like that, right? We want something opposite to what we had out of life. That's why I want the tropics, because I live there. And so, and so when you come into the West and it's stress and just like killer life and like straining, whatever you want to call it, and then you come here and you're like, I just want the simple life. I don't need nothing or whatever. And then you get here and you realize that even if you stuck to that way, everybody you're going to meet, all the other Filipinos or for dating or whatever, they are hoping, maybe they don't strive very well to it, but they hope for those Western luxuries too. It's not like they're there going, oh, I hate cable TV and internet, and I hate malls, and I hate cars, and no, they feel like maybe they don't have the opportunities to get to that point, but trust me, they are all like wishing sort of thing that they could have these luxuries of life too. And so that pressure will always be around for a better life. And so, yeah, so, you know, just saying, okay, I'm just going to eat bananas, fish, and rice, and I don't need air conditioning and stay in this thing. Maybe there's plenty of people, don't get me wrong, there's people like that. My brother was like that. You know, he was a backpacker, go up into Peru, up into the mountains, and he would like need nothing. But unfortunately, my brother was a big time drug addict, and so he spent all of his money on drugs, and and that was his demise. But yeah, you're so tall and she's so small. Issues? Do you have any issue? No.
I don't have.
No, girls love tall guys. I don't think that's a new thing. I don't think it's just a Filipinos. They have a kissing stool. Yeah, where's your kissing stool, huh? No, she makes me bend all the way over. Maybe I'll have issues later in life. You never know, right? They all work with Phil that don't know parents. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's the only thing. Is it just to find out? But it's not like you're gonna have to use it in court, that kind of thing. Because you also have to find the parents and then get them tested, right? You can't. There's no random, unless they committed a crime somewhere, a major crime. Because even here, the most crimes there'll be no DNA collected for crime here. I've been in police stations and seen their technology, and no, I'm not in trouble. I'm just friends with police chiefs and stuff like that, and so
you know, I'd be like, is that the only computer in the entire police station? Like, it's a pretty big area, the city, and that kind of thing. And he's like, yep, that's all we got, you know? And it's like, well, they struggle with whatever they got, you know? So I just don't know I don't know enough about this topic. I just am intrigued, but I don't have enough information. I've been to the Philippines 4 times a month at a time. And years ago, 2 years in the military, your videos are one of the best for not only people who have never been, but also visiting like, hey, thank you very much, Stephen. That's really awesome of you. Thank you. Mac 10, boring. Yeah, I'm trying not to say that to anybody. I think it's great to visit. But, so my friend, all right, he lived on Boracay with me. All right, I lived on Boracay, he lived on Boracay. And like me, and he went and signed a 1-year lease and all that stuff, he got so bored there too. It's just, it's fun when you're on vacation, right? But do that month after month after month after month, and you're like, get me out of here. You really do. You just, now, there's some people that are just retired. They want the resort life type thing every single day. They don't want anything more out of life. They are going to be happy there, and there are plenty of those people. They like their little social group that of the other people that are like that there, and they do the I can't remember what it's called. It's like the lawn bowling on the sand, you know, every Wednesday, and then they go to this place on Mondays, and they hang out here for their coffee, and they got their patterns and routines, so they're very, very happy with that. So there are people, but for me, I got very bored, and so my friend, he got bored as well, and so his idea was he packed up his family and everything, and they paid, lost a bunch of money on their lease, and they rented a nice house in Mac 10. Got a good deal on it even. And they were only there like 3 months. And he's like, get me out of here too. So he's like, because of the bridge and everything and going into the city, he's like, you do it and sometimes it'll be okay. Don't get me wrong. There's times where it's not that bad. But for the most part, he just said, get me out of here. And now he lives just outside of Angeles City, has a great house, everything. He has nothing to do. He's a family. So he just goes to the mall, does whatever. They take trips all the times through the Philippines and stuff, go back to America every once in a while. And he just found it a better fit because, for him, having the Western luxuries is kind of important. And Angeles City is the area for Clark Air Force Base from the U.S. military, and then Subic had the sailors and everything too, right? And so there's not just decades, but many decades of history of Americans in that area, which meant all the luxuries were built into place there. So there's just way more selection when it comes to Western style homes, and then therefore dropping the price of those also because the supply is high. But then also the stores and just availability of everything and the hotel levels and just everything. And so he fit in really well there in the end. So he said the same thing. So just giving perspective. Doesn't mean there's anything, you're going on vacation, by the way, the gentleman that mentioned there at the Crimson, and that's going to be wonderful, just like going to Boracay on vacation. Wonderful. Live there. I don't know. We got this already. I'll just click a like on that. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. That's awesome of you. Do you think tech business is feasible in the Philippines? Oh, yeah, they're still doing very, very well because there's so many, there's still many, many things. I spoke to somebody recently that has a call center here, and their company basically bought an AI company because they're the largest of the BPOs here, call centers, that kind of thing. And so what they've done is they're just implementing AI in with, so that because there's a level you still need some humans. It's just like a tool, and so instead of using 50 people in a field, you have one guy driving a tractor, right? And nowadays it's gone a whole other level because you've seen the John Deere app, right? You can have the tractors all driven, you geofence the thing, and now you have one guy controlling 12 fields with his phone, but you still need there's still that one guy, And so that's kind of like with the call centers. It will slowly go down in the tech field of how many people are employed here, but, it'll be quick and then it slows. Right, like I said about the tractor. So you had that one farmer, maybe 3 guys driving tractors when you had 50 guys in the field, and then went to 3 guys, and then for a long time it stayed the 3 guys until now it's like 1 guy with a cell phone, right? That kind of thing. So I think there is, and they still get a lot of business. They do PayPal and they do Shopee. tech, whatever online service. But I am seeing like when I am dealing with problems with Facebook, and I'm a creator, so I generally have a different portal than most people, and YouTube. Um, the tech support for me now went from I always got a live human as a creator because they want people to create for them, to now I get an AI, and they are so frustrating, pretty much useless. They don't make any sense when you give them this and they give you some FAQ answer, and I'm like, that's what? No, are you real? And now they don't even lie. They put right under there that it's not always right. Always confirm everything we say, and anything that is said and the views that are said do not reflect upon the views of YouTube. Same thing with Facebook, right? And I'm like, but it's literally your support. What do you mean it doesn't reflect on you? It is you. But it's getting to a point where it's like, oh, now they're down to very few people, and most of it's done by AI, but there's still those people. 2 of my friends lost their brother to drugs. Yeah. Yeah. My brother, he passed away of fentanyl poisoning in Vancouver, so yeah. Grown unknown children of U.S. servicemen. Oh, yes, there is that. Oh, yeah, I see. So more likely that Americans will be in the system, especially servicemen. Yeah, because a lot of people don't know this. You can come here and you go get a girl pregnant or whatever. You may not know that they can go to your respective embassies and they can get child support out of you, and your embassy will go to your own government there, and they will garnish and then send the money here. So be careful. Don't go getting girls knocked up or anything. But you're right. In the past, there was a big problem with that, especially when they were here and they were just wandering around. And then when they packed up and left, they didn't take the responsibility in all cases. Many did. I'm not saying they didn't all, but now I understand though. Good morning. Good evening. Hey, Dale. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for being a member as usual. Awesome. I would love, where did I go? I would love the northern end as long as it's warm and nice turquoise beaches to escape on a weekly basis. My wife is from Tarlac, area just north of Manila. There you go. That's our friends Mitzi and Lou. When they sell their house, they're going to go to Tarlac because Mitzi's mother, she has dementia and stuff like that, and they need to be much closer because she does not want to go up there. And so they got to go down there all of a sudden. Yeah, in La Union and those kind of places, that's not a far drive from Tarlac. And La Union's got beautiful beaches.
Yeah.
Especially if you love surfing and the waves and everything. But yeah, there's a lot of waves in that area, but I can't remember what that name is. There's that cove and then it goes up there. I keep getting invited to go up there by some people, and it will get up there. It's just kind of really out of the way. But I believe because of that cove, there's probably a good spot in there where you're going to get less of the waves and some nice blue sky, that kind of thing. But yeah, it was a really good trip. There's still a few more videos to come from that. And then we have videos even down here. Obviously, look at this beautiful place we're staying in right now. You guys got to look forward to this. This will be for rent for one. Probably one of my subscribers will end up locking this down as a long-term rental here in Iloilo City. Yeah, but like tomorrow, I'm the presenter for Miss Personality for Mutog?
Mutia.
Mutia. Miss Mutia?
Yeah, Mutia ng Roxas.
Miss Mutia ang Roxas.
Ng Roxas.
Nang Roxas. So, yeah, because the Canadian Beaver was one of the sponsors. And so I'm the one that'll have to put the suit on and give Miss Personality. We don't get to know who wins.
I mean, where they're gonna?
Oh, it says the arena. It says it in the thing. I just got to look it up. It's one of the arenas, or maybe it's the stadium. Not sure. Like the arena and stadium or something like that. It's one of those things. So yeah, that is tomorrow night. So we'll be back in Roxas City because I'll be the presenter for that. You're gonna be okay with the beauty pageants, huh? You're gonna be all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I can stay at home.
No, we got you tickets. You have to go, and you're gonna hold the camera. I know, you're gonna film me giving something to a beautiful girl.
I'm not gonna film you.
Really?
Lara,
Are you just being silly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so.
No. I'm
Usually
gonna
she's
film
okay with it as long as she can be there.
I'm
That's
gonna film you.
yeah. The
I'm
fact
gonna support you.
exactly.
Okay?
If she wasn't there, then she might be a little upset. But she's there. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Tell the men in North America they can actually date much younger than they can. They think they can. Well, I think that's pretty pretty obvious here. Although,
Oh, I'm not young.
come on, I dated girls younger than you when I was in Canada. So yeah. How old are you
Those are
again? Why don't you
time.
tell
Those are-
everybody how old are you?
Maybe I'm 30. Sure.
No, you're not 30.
Yeah, I'm 27.
27. There you go.
But I'm not young, okay? I'm old now.
Well, I think you're past the age where people can say, taking advantage and everything. It's like,
Young
you
is
don't know
like-
her.
Young is like 19, 20.
She literally could kidnap me,
20.
to be very clear.
Wait, no.
You did.
No.
You kidnapped me.
Hey.
I had no say.
And you kidnapped Lara.
Oh, wow. She kidnapped me. Are you kidding me? She kidnapped my heart. She did. You know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
like
let her-
kryptonite, you know? I just can't do it. It's like,
You let her
for
kidnap
her. Are you bold stars on hidden cam? Yeah. Well, let's hope not. Oh, let's hope not. Brian, thank you for another $2. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Oh, I think it's the fan. I was like, is Laura running around hiding
No,
in the
she's
curtain?
watching upstairs.
Oh, okay, she's upstairs. I can hear it. Yeah. Can people who are in SSI from the U.S. Live in the Philippines? Yes. I don't know I know Canada, Australia have the 25% clawback if you have it sent to a Philippines bank account. But if you don't tell them anything and just keep it to your Canadian bank account or Australian bank account, I think it will just go there. But Americans, I believe they all, I know so many on it. So yes, I'm not financial advice, and I have no idea what I'm talking about other than I talk to people and they're on it. So yeah, you can collect here. You have to do your proof of life once a year or something like that. And that can be done, I think, online or with your phone, or just like this with the U.S. Embassy maybe or something like that. But I know they all do it, and it's a very regular thing, and it's not that big of a deal. So, yeah, as far as I know, the answer is yes. Love your shows. Hey, thank you very much. Bull Run Crypto, thank you very much. Don't worry about the other Filipinas. He loves the girl. He loves you. The girls will look. There's only one white person in the town. They don't see up. Yeah. Well, the thing about Rojas is like, yeah, everybody knows who we are. Like, it really isn't. Like, we're not. Put it this way. How could I possibly cheat? It would just be impossible.
Yeah.
Because you would find out in 5 minutes.
Yeah, because you're in public now, okay.
Well, no, I'm just because everybody knows my face.
I know.
It wouldn't last
Yeah,
long.
that's what I'm saying. It's public. Your face is in
Yeah.
public.
I thought you meant when I'm in public. Yeah.
No,
but
in
yeah.
public.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh.
So there's.
No, he can't cheat because, if
It'll
he
be fine,
cheats,
though.
he's going to hide his girl. So, poor girl.
But also,
I'm just kidding.
I get no free time away from this girl. Okay, none. You know what do they say? Ball and chain. That is my ball and chain. All right, attached to my ankle, and so it's like cheat when. Always watch you, fellow Canadian moving there through. Thank you very much, Gary Andrews. Thank you. We could use a few more Canadians here. The funny thing is so many people around the world are all like immigrating to Canada. And I saw that they said that they have an app now, if you want to immigrate to Canada, that when you get to the airport, you go to the app and you get to do your own immigration stuff. And they said that it's so overwhelmed that they can't even check it. And so they just allow you to fill in it, and then it just immediately confirms and approves you. And I saw it was in Parliament when they were asking the guy, is this true? And he's like, yes, but the systems are too overwhelmed. We just don't have enough staff, that we had no choice. We have to. And so you just have to show up in Canada, fill this thing in, and it will instantly approve you, regardless if you qualify or anything. And then it says you can fill in the rest later. like after you're already into Canada and everything else. And so it's like a barn door, like wide open to this. And unlike me, if I went back to Canada, because after you leave, you lose your health care and everything else. I can't get health care until I live back in Canada for at least 3 months, I think it is. And so, but the thing is most of those, you can get health care immediately upon arrival. Now, I could be wrong, but I think it's something like that. For sure, asylum seekers, but I'm pretty sure landed immigrants, it's the same thing. So anyway, yeah, but as a Canadian citizen born in Canada, worked my whole life until I was, 45 before I left, 44. And I started working when I was like 14, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't qualify. Go figure. But anyway, Canadian. Then the point was is then you have all these Canadians that are like, okay, I'm getting out of the country. I'm coming to the Philippines. I'm coming to whatever. They're going to warmer climates and everything, and just getting out of that whole very expensive life. Very, 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 very. Does Cat call you Putty? Do you call me Putty? Putty? I don't know what that is, but is that pretty? I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know what that is. Putty?
I'm asking him.
Oh.
What's that, Brian?
Yeah. What's
I want to
Putty?
know so that I can call him.
Maybe she will now. Oh, you're so Putty. No. I gotta be careful. I don't even know what I'm saying. Would be delightful. Delight to see you in the Philippines when you get there. Fantastic, Gary. I hope we can. The good thing about us is we make ourselves available. We don't travel that much. Like this was a long one. We did two straight weeks. Came back for 3 days and then just came to Iloilo for 2 nights. But we're going right back. And so when we do go back, like we have more people to see and everything, and you just have to come say, okay, come to the Beaver, tell the staff. We're here to see Michael or whatever. I prefer if you message me ahead of time because what happens is people will come at like 11:30 or whatever. The Beaver opens at 12, but they just show up at 11:30 or at 1 o'clock. And I may have already made the plans for that day, and you didn't. If you write me ahead of time, just a day before, it's like, hey, what time is good? We're going to be there in Roxas for the day. Dinner is usually better. Just throw that out there because I get other things done. And but I always try to make it work for everybody that comes in.
And the other night, people came to bar. Oh, I'm sorry about that because
we were here.
Just arrived from office and you're soaking wet. So yeah, I told the staff that
I got poured rained on.
Yeah, and they said that maybe next time they'll come back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I try my best. I really, really do try to make it work for everybody, and because I love to meet everybody, and I want to be able to give any advice or help or whatever to people that I wish somebody had done for me, right? That kind of thing. And so give to unto others as you wish to have undone to you. Whatever. I'm not saying it right. You know what I mean. And so yeah, that is my hope, is to help other people. Hello from Boise, Idaho. Hey, love your vlogs. So many great places in north of Manila. There's so many. Oh my God. Like this was just that basically one highway other than going to Baguio, right? Well, if you look on a map, there's so much more to see. The eastern side, I definitely will go only not typhoon season. And that's the same for that whole area down there. Like, you want to have a good time when you're traveling. Don't go during the typhoon season. In the hardest hit areas is my personal opinion. And so I do want to travel and I want to see all of that area, but I wanted to do it a little later. But there's so much more, so much more. Thank you for the hours of fun and enjoyable entertainment. Hey, thank you very much, Andy. Lucky you. 12 inches of snow today. Whoa, I don't miss that. A foot of snow. Yep.
No, you missed it.
Yeah, I don't miss it, but I did miss it. You're right. And look at this. Matt, thank you very much for becoming a TPL member. Thank you very much. That's awesome of you. Anybody who's wondering how the heck are these people becoming members, there's a join button. It's right beside subscribe. If it doesn't show up on your device or whatever, just take an Android phone or whatever. It's easier if you can get one, like use one. Go to the Google there and it will be there when you log in. If you just have Apple products or whatever, then you just have to open like Google Chrome on your Apple device. Go to youtube.com, find my channel, make sure you're logged into your account for a minute, and it'll be there. And once you join, that's it. You'll have the membership will show up on your normal way of watching YouTube after you do it once. We will come to the Beaver. Do you have a cold mine? Do you serve little bats blue? The Philippines doesn't have that ability. So I shouldn't say that because there are certain places in Manila, you're going to pay $12 for a beer, that kind of thing. They have imported, they have connections, and they've managed to get it in. San Miguel Corporation is the brewing monopoly of the Philippines. And so like in places like Roxas City, no chance. We just can't get that. Like every once in a while you go to SNR and I'll get some, like I can get some German beer or some Belgian beer, and maybe they'll have a couple American ones, Budweiser's type stuff, you know, that kind of stuff. But there is no Canadian beer out here. So unfortunately, no. But listen, our draft beer is so good that you're going to be like, oh, it may as well be Canadian. It's really good.
Every day.
Everybody loves the draft beer. So just have it. San Miguel or draft, but hey, the price is right. Especially the happy hour is every day from 2 to 5 p.m. or 2 to 6?
2 to 6.
2 to 6 p.m. Okay, 568 milliliters or whatever, a full proper pint, right? Canadian, British type pint of draft beer is only 100 pesos. So as an American, you're like $1.60, something like that. Whereas Canadian, I guess that's $1.20. Oh, wait, am I $2.20, something like that. But it's so much bigger than just buying a bottle of beer. It's a great deal. The good news is if you want the Florida weather at a much cheaper cost of living, Philippines is perfect. It's true. It's true. With the advantage of being in the Philippines, and you can live up in Baguio and other places in the mountains, and even cooler. I've been watching your content for so long, I feel like I'm the youngest person in here. At 27, hey, congratulations. I'm planning to move to the Philippines. I've been looking at your videos, and thank you. Listen, I wish like I was you, you know, like there's so much. You know, you don't get the opportunity to go back, but I was like, man, the money I poured away when I was younger, stupid shit, you know, so much stupid shit. And if I could go back and just tell myself, like, this is how cool your life could be, and I would have been gone by 30. Like, I would have planned it all out, and I would have been gonzo. Totally. I would have put 10 years in hardcore, and then poof, you would see me gone. Yeah, we don't have that ability, but hey, people like you, Nico, we can actually tell you that, yeah, do it, man, do it. Life is too short. So much cool shit here. Save hard, get out, you know. Come enjoy some life. Hey, another one. Thank you very much. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for becoming a member. That's so cool. Just sent a personal email. We're going to have to catch up all of your videos. Your house there looks amazing. Our house is just south of you in Negros Occidental. Hey, fantastic. Well, we'll be back over there too. I still haven't been to the beaches of Sipalay. It's an area that people talk about a lot. We just had an invite for San Carlos for a wedding, but I don't think we're going to make it to that. I did give them the warning that I'm not really sure we're going to. But when we do the trip to northern Cebu, like we wanted to, we're going to go through Negros as well. But you know, I've been through most of that island, but not all. Not all. Catherine definitely hasn't all yet. She's still got to work on it. She's been San Carlos, you've been Bacolod, you've been to Dumaguete.
Yeah.
You've been to, not Darwin. Did you get to Darwin?
What's that?
After Dumaguete? No, I don't think so.
No.
Valencia? Did I take you up there?
Valencia.
That's where all the mountains of Dumaguete, where they have waterfalls. And,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I took you up there. Maybe somebody else took her up there. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, anyway. But yeah, if you are, like, people are not sure, like, they're like, I'm going to be in Cebu, I want to come to Roxas, what do I do? There's no direct way, because our flights in Roxas are only to Manila. So you could fly from Cebu to Manila to there, and it's like 3 hours if you time it right? So it's not terrible, because the flights are only like 45 minutes to an hour, then you wait, then get on the other plane. But if you want to road trip it, yeah, you got to drive all the way down to the bottom. You'll see that Cebu is very close to Dumaguete, right? You can just, it's just a short ferry you can go on. And then from there, you can go over the mountains to Bacolod, get on the boat there. It takes you to our island at Dumangas, which is Iloilo province. And then from there, just drive up to Roxas City. It's a fun trip. It is fun. It went, you know, not when we had our, what happened to our bike? It was not a flat tire, it was something else.
Flat. Oh, it's like
The first time.
licking, I think.
Because I remember they had to put it up onto a trike with my tire like this. They had to lift the whole thing up.
Oh yeah, it's like there's a sound that, you know.
Yeah, it was something pretty bad.
But we're going to that in Dumaguete, I think.
Yeah, we were heading back.
Yeah.
We were heading home. We went over the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming back from Dumaguete, I think it was. You got it right when captured by Cat A. You know what? I got it right, sort of. But it wasn't an easy journey. She didn't make it easy. Right?
What?
In the beginning.
Yeah.
You were kind of a mean person.
Yeah.
And manipulating.
I mean that.
Yeah. Because it's like a thing here. And it's hard to blame just her. Because it's like, I don't want to say it's of the culture, because there's plenty of people that aren't doing that, but it's that a way, it's almost like a taught way of how to get attention, and that if you do this, then they'll be more into you, and then if you do this, but we're raised in a different way where it's like, you treat me like that, I'm out of here. Like, what? I'm not going to keep falling for this. This is like, we might do it in the beginning, but then we're like, we put our foot down and go, F this. Like, I don't need this in my life. So we had to go through this to get to this. It never ends. It's called relationships, right? Or what do they call it? Relationships.
Relationship.
Is this a decent area to live? Carmen?
Carmen Agusan del Norte.
Where is that?
You just saw that last time on your map.
I did?
Yeah. Just searched that last time. Carmen.
I'm looking. Oh.
Far?
Oh no, that's Mindanao.
No.
Agustin del Norte. Is that in Mindanao, my friend?
Can you
That's
try
what came-
Carmen?
Carmen? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Carmen. Yeah, there you go. Carmen.
Oh, okay. No, that's just Carmen. Oh, here it is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
Oh, it's still Mindanao. Yeah, it's
Oh,
still
yeah,
Mindanao.
Mindanao.
Oh, it is the same area. Okay. I don't know much
Is it
about it.
mountain?
We were in CDO, which is not far. You're like sandwiched between CDO and Siargao. That area though, up here in northern, up in the northern part of Davao, is considered very touristy. Right? There's so many beautiful places down there, like underwater caves and really turquoise water things, waterfalls, that kind of thing. It is, so it's beautiful and everything, but where you're talking about that area, it's a population of 23,172 people, so it's going to be very small. But in Butuan City, so that's the closest city for that area, and how do I click that? Click, there we go, Butuan. Come on, Butuan. Why don't you give me the Butuan City? Much bigger area that is near you, and I don't know much about it, honestly. Like, I haven't been to really many places, CDO. I don't think I've been anywhere else in Mindanao yet. The thing about Mindanao is, and a little less, like it's always a little less, but even when you're in CDO, there's still a very high Muslim population, and so the culture is a little bit different. It's going to be different for sure. But you're also heading towards Siargao, which then is an entirely different place. But so does Siquijor and Dumaguete. They're entirely different places, but they're so close together. Don't know much about it. I find it all intriguing. I'm going to find out one day, definitely. Got some keyframe issues. You know, the only thing is the quality of the video is not going to be like what we see on our camera here.
No, maybe your lenses.
No, I don't think so, because here, right here, look, wait, here, look how clear that is comparative.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the uploading speeds and stuff like that. So, like, you know, it's just different. Let's just say that it's just gonna be different. Where we are in Panay, it is very popular now, right? Like Iloilo has become extremely popular, just like Bohol. Bohol is becoming popular. Iloilo is becoming very popular. A lot more tourists flooding out to this way, people looking to live out this way, and quality of life is increasing here at a much faster rate overall, because a lot of the big companies are locating in these new modern cities because the infrastructure is better, whatever, the internet and maybe the power and all that kind of stuff might be very important to them. And also the universities out here are putting, because the wealth goes up in an area, that means their children then get better educations, and therefore the talent pool for those digital jobs and all that, call center jobs that pay great money, like 3, 4, 5 times what people make working, doing other jobs, want that talent pool, and they're going to find them in places like Iloilo. And so we have really fantastic private schools, good universities, like hospitals are getting really nice in Iloilo and stuff like that. Just as an example of an area, because I lived here for 1 year and 8 months, so I saw it all happen, and it happened so quick, and it's continuing. Like we just drove today in an area like to go towards things, and we were like, when did they build all of this?
Oh yeah, it's in the Pasay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pasay. The Shakers?
Yeah, there was a Shakey's, but there was more than that. There was things after things, and I was like, and Pasay City. And Pasay City is directly between Roxas, on the way to Calibo also, and Iloilo, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's our stop, basically, 'cause it's 50% of the way to Roxas City. And we're just like, this wasn't here. It hasn't been that long, like a month. And they built this entire restaurant that's already open, like a big Shakey's, which is like a franchise big restaurant. But there were other construction sites in there too that I was just like, wow. So I hate to say something's better, but it's very progressive here. Things are flying, and I haven't been to that area, so it's really difficult for me. Hi guys from New Mexico. Hello, Joe and Debbie. We met you guys, oh yeah, in June in Beaver. Hope you guys are having a great time. Thank you very much. Hey, nice to see you guys. Hope you come back. I'll be there, I think, in October to Darwin. Oh, Darwin, yeah, just outside of, it's DAU, I think, outside of Dumaguete. And I want to bring my hockey skates and buy a hockey stick while I'm there. I heard there's a rink in Cebu City. Yeah, so probably at the SM Mall. They have one in the Mall of Asia. They have skating there as well. I don't know if they'll let you bring a hockey stick on, to be honest, because they got a lot of kids learning, but most people don't know how to skate here. So when you go to the arena, it's about people figuring out how to skate for the first time in their lives and falling down everywhere, and just the circle sort of thing. It's not like people playing hockey and stuff like that. It's a, I don't know, what do you call it? It's a luxury thing, like a touristy thing. There's a lot of videos claiming you can live for under $1,000 a month. Yeah, and I have friends, which I highly doubt. Like, we know Richard, and if you've ever seen his videos, you can see how simple he lives, right? And he lives for 400 Canadian a month. But he's living in a bamboo, for better choice of a words, hut, right? Like, he lives in a shack hut sort of thing with a fan, and it runs with his cell phone data. He has no internet otherwise, sort of thing, you know? And he has a little backpack, eats local food, and then, you know, when he comes to the Beaver, he drinks beer and eats normal food. But he can budget himself right down to the bone like that. Well, of course you can. Of course you can do that. He's found a way, and he makes it work. But that isn't like what most people are imagining their retirement. Let's be honest, right? And what people, there are still people that only pay 5,000-6,000 pesos for rent, so $100 for rent. And because they got their lease like right after the pandemic first opened, there were tons of great deals because there was no tourists. Nobody was coming here. And many left during the pandemic back to America, back to Canada or whatever, and didn't come back for many years, or a year or something, and waiting until the masks disappear and that kind of thing. And so there was a big demand for like people were just trying to rent out their places, and they were dropping their prices like crazy. So any real good deals, those happened. And then pre-pandemic, those people signed leases and stuff like that, and the rent may have went up 3 or 4%, but it was so small. So there's plenty of people that are just living under the old way, you know, they got the old deals. It wasn't that long ago, you could have bought a house, really small, don't get me wrong, for 800,000, 900,000. I know in Deca homes and stuff like that up in here in Iloilo. And that's just not a thing anymore. And it's crazy to think, but that's only 5, 6, 7 years ago that you literally can't do that anymore. It's just not possible. It's millions now of pesos. So yeah, it is possible for some people, and those are the reasons, I think. Near Butuan, does that make sense? I'm in and out, yeah. What a great experience for Laura to travel all over the Philippines. You are a great guy, Mike. Being a father to little Laura, you can see how much you love each other. Yep, thank you very much, Stephen. You know, the thing is the dealing with making sure she's appreciating it, you know? You know, it's not even just buying stuff, but she has to understand the word no and accept it, that, okay, this is a no. And I think every parent goes through this, like they're going to go through that anyway. It's the spoiling part of it is we don't want to ruin her in any way where like she just becomes this bougie, you know, the rules the parents and sort of thing, and just expects everything and that kind of thing. You have to learn good things in life to have a good future in life, you know. And I grew up very hard life, and that really makes you a stronger person and makes you resilient. You can push through anything. You can find a way through anything. I came from a very difficult childhood leading into like a ward of the crown or ward of the state, as Americans might call it, or whatever. No parents, that sort of thing, and did make up with my mother later in life as an adult. But I was taken away, you know, from home. And then I just ran away from everything they put me into, and then I never finished school. Yet I found a way, I worked my ass off to get up to be like a vice president of a big company with 500 employees, and then later on going work for major corporations, yet I didn't have a high school degree. But the average person that is handed with a silver spoon all these things, they're not going to be able to accomplish those kind of things because they don't have that fight in them, that drive in them, that struggle, that you have to struggle in order to be that kind of person. And so it's important that Lara understand why she has it so good, thankful she has it that good. And that's why for the Christmas thing, like really for us, it was, I want to see Lara have to give these presents to the kids, and she gets none. You know, this whole thing, it's not going to be on the 20th. It's not Christmas Day or anything, but she's going to be giving about, and that she can feel good about it, about helping other kids that don't have. And, you know, she's only 5, but I want to instill it very early, and I want to make sure that she really, really at least understands where it's all coming from. I'm not saying we have to have her struggle like I might have had to live, but do our best, you know. YouTube will condense 4K video, sadly. Yes, they do condense it. It still matters in how you film it because the quality that they're going to work from is going to be better. And so when I put it into, like, I can do 1080p and put it into Adobe Premiere and say, save, you know, export this and convert it to a 4K video. But the quality I started with changes everything. And I think you'll see it. Many people are like, what the hell? What kind of drone do you use? What kind of this do you use? That is. I do everything in 4K. And therefore, even though I know they step everything down and everything, it's going to at least start from a good place. I thought I remember mentioning you could fly into Cebu City from there to Iloilo. Oh, sorry, yeah. Cebu to, yeah, you're right. Why would I forget that? Cebu City to Iloilo, and then just go straight up. Take the bus or take a taxi right up to us. How could I have totally forgotten that one?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, if they have a flight to Calibo, it's even closer. It's only an hour and a half.
Yeah, because Iloilo, they can fly anywhere, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Most places, Iloilo has now international flights.
Except the Roxas.
Yeah, Rojas is not that big yet, so I get it. But Calibo is because of Boracay. That's why they have so many flights. It's not because Calibo is big. It's still a town. Watching your beach house video, you have a drone that's cool. I've only ever seen one other there in the Philippines with Fin Snow. Oh, brought mine to the Philippines. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. Today I tried to use it for one of my videos I was doing, and because you have to apply. It was near relatively near an airport, and for some reason, I hope they didn't do anything to DJI because it wouldn't let me apply. There was just the app doesn't even show the airport blue circle in the red. I hope they fix that. But yeah, it's great as long as you have the Mini here. That's kind of the important part. Otherwise, you're going to go through a lot more regulations and have to go to Manila, take courses and stuff like that. And yeah, Minis are just so much easier. Can't fly them on Boracay, unfortunately. They are banned there. But most places, you're gonna, as long as you can apply at the airport, have your pilot's license and all that to go with it, you'll be fine. Also, I've only used it a couple times along the beach. Have you found anyone complain? No. I do everything official anyway. So, but no, never had anybody. 1,800 USD enough for Kat, Lara, and yourself per month if you weren't traveling. Oh yeah. Well, what do we already worked it out, and if we just lived in our beach home with that rent and food and cell phones, all the internet and everything else, it was actually only about, I want to say 800 US, I think. So we're like 1,000 Canadian or 1,100 Canadian dollars is our actual life. It's just that we travel, we do charity work, well, we do stuff, right? Like we do other things that technically, if you're just retired, like the simple life, go for a walk on the beach every day, that kind of thing, and keep your entertainment down and not be dating. If you're going out trying to date and pick up girls or whatever, you're going to spend money all over the place, and that's going to change everything. But your lifestyle, if you already have a couple and you're just relaxed and everything else, and like you said, Laura would change if you put her in private school, those kind of things. But we travel a lot, so we're looking at homeschooling, and so yeah, that can be, but it's not that expensive. Like a good private school here is 60 to 80,000 pesos a year, or per semester, I should say, or not semester, per school year, which is, it's a lot, I guess, but nothing compared to what we are in the West. That's what, $1,400 per school year, US dollars. So yeah, that's really good considering these private schools. Some of them are really good.
For me, I don't want to put Lara in private because, my cousin's daughter is in private first, and her daughter is too much pressure for school, at the school.
Yeah, but that means the school is hard, and it's supposed to be hard.
No, but I better to put her in a public. No, I don't like private.
We'll deal with that when we get
More
to that.
pressure.
We also got to look at the future, and what does the future hold for jobs, and with automation and AI and everything. By the time she's older, certain things are just not going to be needed, and creativity is definitely going to be the most important thing, I think. How to use the new tools that we're going to have for everything, and how to think out of the box. There'll be a lot of things. Bar serves margaritas. Yes, I think we have margaritas, right?
Yes, yeah.
We are hosting a golf tournament to raise funds for the flood victims in the Philippines. That's awesome, man. Gary, that's fantastic. Yeah, where to even start? That's the thing. Like, when you come here, like, it's one of those things where if you can put your fingers on things, like hands, and the hard part is making sure the dollars actually go to the use, right? And not to this charity donates so much to this charity. And each charity has these people that take a salary from it. And so there's all these salaries, and then there's this much that actually goes to the charity. And we have that with our cleft palate surgery for children and everything. We had with USAID, that's been cut now. It's gone, like all that money. And they say they got, I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm just going to throw the number out there. So the big number that USAID would get would be for health of children, whatever, and it might be $50 million. But 500,000 of it actually got to the actual children getting surgery sort of thing, right? And then millions, huge, like 49.5 million maybe was lost. This is just, again, these aren't real numbers.
because this NGO gives to this NGO this year, and they all got $1 million salaries and $400,000 salary and 300,000, and it just gets passed around, and it all works because that's another charity, and they read a receipt for this guy, and this. The money gets diluted down to like this much, right? But the sad part is our charity that helps children. We had over 10,000 children get this cleft palate surgery because they're all disfigured and everything, and give them a new opportunity in life, an opportunity they just would never have gotten. And you see, like, wow, like it's incredible what they do with, we bring in plastic surgeons and everything, that everybody donates their time, other than cooks and the food we have to buy for them, and medical supplies and the cost of flying them, and we do cover that. And so we do all this, and we can help so many children with such a little amount of money. But that, say it was 500,000, that's huge for us. But the sad thing is yes, 50 million might have been given to get 500,000 to the real cost. So anyway, so the thing about it is, like, when you get to the Philippines, you can help in your community, where you can literally be a part of here, you know? And you know, the money or whatever, you know, if it's food, if it's, you know, like, the thing about children is like, I don't want to get people into a pattern where they don't help themselves because they just sit back and wait for you to help them. But for children, that's like, you're giving more opportunities in life, and they didn't choose to be there, and they're not making the decisions that are the consequences of their life and everything. And so anyway, so for me, like, if you get down here, yeah, definitely. And if you want contacts and stuff, if you're like, hey, I would love to work with the medical missions or help schools, that kind of thing, I'll find the people for your area that you can go and work with, these people that literally dedicate themselves to this, and you can really make a difference. What else do you have to do to live out there? I'm trying to get a remote job too, and also YouTube on the side. For the most part, you know, the digital nomad visa is taking forever. They haven't even officially made it. They announced that they were going to make it, and they were going to have a big party and all this stuff in Siargao, and, you know, because they're trying to be like Bali and all that other stuff. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Let's just say I just don't know why. But the plan is to come. So the most of them I know here, they just they had the job before they came here, digital nomad type job, right, like an online job, and then they just do it here. And like, as long as you don't get paid to a Philippines bank account, you're fine. You're getting paid from an American company to your American bank account. Well, it has nothing to do with the Philippines. You know, it's like a working vacation. I don't know. This is not legal advice and not anything. It's just until that digital nomad visa is there, done, people are going to continue to do that, exactly like that. And then again, same with YouTube. As long as you're not getting paid to the Philippines, you aren't being paid. So an American company, YouTube, paying your Canadian bank account for you to, you know, show your life, your vlogs and stuff like that. Well, therefore, you haven't triggered anything in the Philippines. So do not get paid here, though. That's important. You just transfer your savings to the Philippines. That's fine. That's fine. But don't make money in the Philippines. Don't charge for things, that kind of thing. Great interaction with your live audience. More channels should follow your lead. Great show as always. Oh, please hang on to your camera out of the high rises like you did in Makati. What? Oh, yeah. When we went down like that. Maybe I'll do that for fun again. Kind of curious what Kat's goals and plans are for her personal development. Yes.
I don't know yet. Just how can I... Excuse me. How can I? It's because... I don't know. I just want to work, you know.
You do?
I want to work.
Really? I'm learning this for the first time. I didn't know you wanted to work.
You know this. I told you.
Wow.
Or maybe you're just deaf.
Maybe. I might be deaf.
Yeah.
True, I
told
might
you
be deaf.
last time
But
that
what do you want to do?
I want to work. It's fine if I can work at home. Like, you know, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you something, and so you understand.
I don't want to burden.
I know it's not to see. That's why I think she said that because she feels like burden. What I want out of life is, I know it's a lot of work to keep everything in the house perfect, and she does it.
You know, I used to get for the Western girls complain about like, oh, it's so hard and everything. You know, the house is always filthy, the laundry's never done, the dishes, and they're complaining like, oh, you know how hard it is to be a stay-at-home. You know, no, because you don't do anything. She is that person. Everything is always clean. Everything is always done. Nothing is left messy or anything like that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Not only is my laundry done, but when I wake up in the morning, I have my coffee, which she makes. I come out of the shower, towel wrapped around me. My clothes are waiting for me. I don't tell her. She picks what I'm going to wear, whatever. I like that. I like that. It's like a support structure, and it's not diminishing of anything. I don't want anybody to feel that's a diminishing thing. And I think that's like a true partnership in life, and that if she had this big aspiration or whatever, okay, I'll help you be there, because honestly, we can pay people to do laundry. You can pay people for all these things. Of course you can. If she had an aspiration for something, no problem. But if she's fine with just being my support system, well, that's what I need, because I can do twice as much if I have somebody at my back. Right? And I feel like in a lot of relationships, when people have two different goals, right? They have aspirations. This one wants, especially career, and this one wants to be the best at their career, and this one wants to be about this career. What happens is they pull apart because they want their own things out of life, right? So when you're in a relationship, it's hard to be a partnership when you both have your own goals that are taking you in different directions. Where if you have two people with one goal, now they have like that extra train car, on the pulling the train. You can pull a much longer train because you have the two of them and you're marching in that same direction. I'd rather have that. I'm going to be very honest. I'd rather have that. To me, that is a relationship that is not going to tear apart. It's not impossible, but much more less likely, because you are all pulling in the same direction. So there's my opinion on that whole thing. But again, if she had aspirations, I would do my best to support her in any way.
Sometimes I want to help him if he's struggling for, like that. But I'm asking myself, how? How can I help him?
You do help. You do help. You make my life a lot easier. You definitely do. Hold the camera every once in a while, that kind of thing. We're good. So anyway, Nico, be very careful. Check X. You'll see hundreds of thousands of YouTube channels are being removed, faceless, AI-generated content, stuff like that. They are cleaning house, and people are complaining. They're like, I have 180,000 subscribers. I have 500,000 subscribers, millions of views, monetized, everything. No notice, just community guidelines, gone. So just before you go putting a lot of time and effort into something, make sure they're not going to kick you right out. City, there you go. That's where we want to be for New Year's. If you want to join, you got to get your tickets soon, because the New Year's tickets will sell out. City Garden, Grand Hotel, the Firefly roof deck. That's where we will be for New Year's Eve. It's amazing up there. Amazing. Cool. Love margaritas. Look at that. $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Jess. Yeah. Come on down for the margarita. Yeah, I guess that's for us to have margaritas. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Thank you. Very cool. We're gonna cut this out soon, though. We gotta get to bed because we are leaving tomorrow. We got some more filming in the morning, but we got the drive back to Roxas City, and like I said, I'm gonna be giving out one of the awards for the beauty pageant in Roxas City tomorrow. So we gotta get my suit ready. We gotta go to this thing, and plus everything else we're doing tomorrow. So it's gonna be a little crazy. I've never heard you speak about your past, Michael, to that degree. That's incredibly impressive. Well, thank you. I only tell people it to hopefully help motivate them, and also perspective. But I hope other people, instead of using something as a crutch, or on my mic, a little too far.
You're short.
I guess.
Oh, I mean, maybe mine.
Oh, yours. Okay.
Sorry.
Use it as a crutch for why they can't accomplish things or whatever. And hopefully I can show them that don't use things as a crutch. You can do anything you put your mind to it, but you have to. Like, a lot of people don't put the full effort in, and that's important. You put everything into something, and don't give up 99% of the time. Maybe not 99. Most of the time you will be successful. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, Kat is a very quiet person too, so she does need to stay closer. Make sure yours is on, right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's on.
Is it true banks in the Philippines increase the insured amount? Yeah, I think I, if it's not a million, it's 750,000, but they did increase it. So yes, yeah, and that's per bank, not bank account. So if you have the same bank gives you two different a checking and a savings, no, it's per bank, as far as I know. So you would just have to do one at this bank, one at this bank, one at this bank if you were worried about that. But a lot of people would like to keep their money in U.S. dollars. There is U.S. dollar accounts here, and so often they will keep their American bank and only move over what's needed for the short term, like 1 month, maybe even up to 3 months. But they generally will like to keep it into that and then be able to not worry about the currency fluctuations. Exactly. Listen to him, Kat. You're his support system. You don't need to work. You know, you're worth more than you are. Exactly. So don't do it for any reason like that, because I need that support system. Otherwise, I got to pay people to have that support. And you're going to have all these people all over the place. And I don't like a lot of people hanging around my house. See? There you go. See, we got the real answer. Anyway, two people in the same direction is something I didn't have, but is a dream. Exactly. It's because we're told in the West that strong, independent women and all this stuff. And it's just like, but what if they don't want to be and they're just being like told that you need to do this, and now you're 45 and you have no kids and you have no whatever, and they're like, oh, I want a family, and now it's too late. You know, like that whole thing, like nobody's going to want to have a kid now and all that stuff. You know, it's just like, you know, could go on forever, and I don't want to go on forever on this. My eyes are closing. Cat can be a bookkeeper. Yeah. Oh, no, that's just a chat. It's okay. It's okay. There we go. There you go. Bookkeeper, accountant. Yeah, she did take it in school, but no.
I think.
No. I'm better with money than she is. Let's just say that. Like budgeting wise and
Okay,
numbers
whatever.
and
Take care of you.
yeah, you just do that. You just do that. Okay. 0 Celsius 32. Yeah, I do know that, but I didn't know. That person said minus 23 Fahrenheit. And that's when it gets a little bit more in my brain. I'm like, oh, what is that again? Is that the insured limit when the account is USD and not PHP? I actually don't know. I guess the Philippines government only probably backs the because it's the Philippine Central Bank, I believe. So I guess it only backs the Philippines money. So again, I would just leave it in your US-based accounts. Leave it there. I know a lot of friends here, though. They like the banking secrecy of Singapore, and so they use like the Hong Kong Bank in Singapore. And the great thing about that is like your card works everywhere. There's no fees for things and all that stuff. And they're world traveler guys, so they'll be like in Dubai, and then they go to Japan, and they go to all different places, and they can withdraw big amounts without any like people asking why so much money and all that kind of stuff. They really like it. I don't know much about it other than what I just told you, though. I'm so glad that you know that I can always find a woman out in the Philippines that wants us to make money together instead of her, I want to be independent. Yeah, no, exactly. And there's nothing wrong with women that want to be independent, but that's the choice they're going to make. And is that going to be the right partner for somebody like me? No. I get, I know plenty of like doctors and stuff like that, where the wife is a doctor and the husband's a doctor, and they spent their whole lives just focusing on their careers. But like, it didn't take them too far away, I guess, from each other. They could relate and have conversations because they had the same type of job and everything else. And then their downtime, they spend their time together. But they don't get a lot of that in the beginning, especially. And then when they retire, they're very happy. So it is possible. It's just, I think the analogy proves out most of the time. The day the two of you went golfing, Catherine carried herself like if she was on the U.S. Open. I know. And we've been invited to the prestigious Manila Golf Club.
I miss golf.
I know. And so we could, and that is, what did the guy say it costs to get a membership there? And it's private only. So we're going to get a special day there. I want to say it was
I don't remember.
$130,000 US, something like that, or even more. It's very expensive. It's the price of a house just to get a membership there. Or it was even more. I think it was 139 million. Yes, that's what it was. Because the members own a percentage of the land, right? Well, you own the land. The members own the whole golf club, including the land. And the value of that huge golf course in Manila, the land value is so high because it's in the most prestigious area that the cost per membership is literally like shares of the company that owns all this land. And so it's so expensive. And so we have been invited to golf there by the golf pro, PGA golf pro that works there. He is the pro. And he's like, yeah, guys, come golf with me and everything, and we'll get you in there. And I'm like, oh, we got to do that. My wife from Iloilo been living in the U.S. for the past 8 years. She can't wait to move back. We plan on doing a test run in 2026 for 3 to 4 months before moving there. See you at the Beaver. Fantastic. That's a great way to do it too, actually. But Singapore bank open accounts for people who don't live in Singapore. I think you have to go there and open your bank account. Yeah, you can't do it online and stuff like that. You go there, and I think as long as you live in Asia or something like that. I really don't know. I'm sorry. Because they were like Hong Kong and stuff like that. They were doing big construction projects and stuff like that out this way, like Disneyland, Universal Studios, that kind of thing. So I wish they were around right now to answer this, but unfortunately, no. Health-wise, you seem to be doing great. I visit the Philippines 3 times a year, get sick from the weather and a combination of aircon. Are you healthier due to living close to the coast? Maybe, or the fact that we spend a lot of time outdoors, right? I sleep in air conditioning, don't get me wrong. I like it cold because I like blankets on me. And if you don't have it cold enough, you just never feel comfortable, that kind of thing. And so, but you know, also I'm acclimated. You know, I've been here years. Did I get sick before more? I don't think so. No, I don't know.
He just gets sick when he's stressed. That's it.
Well, of course, because you're not sleeping properly and eating properly and everything else.
That's it.
But it's not like you're going to get pneumonia here. It's not getting that cold. So, but some people don't acclimate the same way. So every trip I get sick. I know people that literally go back to the U.S. and every time they go back, they get sick. And then they're like, I'm not going back anymore. Oh my God. I feel so healthy in the Philippines, not feeling sick all the time. But every time they get home, they feel so sick there. So, yeah. What do you think of living in Santa Barbara? Well, guess what? Today, well, not today's video, the video we're recording today, we were in Santa Barbara. We were at our friend's restaurant. Well, first we were at the friend's restaurant. And Monks, which is a Danish gentleman from Denmark. And him and his wife.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter Monk. He has amazing food and everything. So we went there first. We went and saw our friends. But then we also saw a lot that's not technically fire sale, but it's choo-choo, put it that way, in Santa Barbara, right on the edge of the golf course, basically. While the clubhouse is here, there's a very large house that we've stayed at in there, and that's I'll leave it at that. That's on the edge of the golf course. The lake, or pond, it's not really a lake, that's at the edge of the golf course, like the fence line ends at the thing there. So you have the view of the golf course, you have the view of the lake, the clubhouse is here, so it's the most prestigious ones in subdivisions are near the gatehouse, near the clubhouse. Those are where everybody wants to be. I don't know if it's just because it's kept cleaner and the guards are always around, that kind of thing. For some reason, people love it. So the values are... Anyway, so Santa Barbara Heights right now, like Mega World's asking 25,000 pesos per square meter. It's their like premium subdivision, don't get me wrong. It is the oldest golf course in Asia. Anyway, he's ready to let it go for 17,000 because he's moving to Thailand. So he just said, show it. It's 568 square meters. Mega World's only selling like 240 square meter lots now in phase 3. This one's in the phase 1. So this is not something that comes up very often anyway. He's like, can you just show it here? Maybe somebody will be interested in there. I'm like, well, not every foreigner can buy land. They're not all married to Filipinos, but I'll put it in. He is a friend of mine. We've known each other forever. So if you're interested in Santa Barbara, you might want to contact me before I even make that video because we're a few days behind the actual when we record and because we have so many videos to come out because somebody's going to snap it up. It is a good deal. Okay, guys. Thank you for like members, super chats, everybody joining in, like subscribing and all that's good stuff. You guys, you know, without you, we're nothing. So appreciate it very much. Thank you for joining. Let's see what, yes, so there you go. The people that they're delivering, the majority of the people they're delivering this video to have seen our more recent videos, but the views have been terrible comparative to all our other videos. Some of our worst performing videos in a very long time. Not maybe like that one gentleman, maybe travel is just not there. Like they just want to see what's it like to live here. I know a lot of guys are just like, what's it like to pick up chicks there? How hard is it to pick up chicks? I get it. It's just not my channel very well, right? Like that's not going to happen very often here. But anyway, I appreciate you all joining and everything. And I hope you do check them out if you haven't seen them. But it looks like the vast majority of you guys that got to see this live have seen the video. So 62%. So thank you very much for that, guys. In poll, so you guys can see it, I guess, right? But we're going to head out of here. Oh, look at that. I bought a lot in Santa Barbara, 1,850 square meters. That is a big lot for $5 million from our, that's a nice lot. That's huge. Wow. That's like our friends. Yeah, I don't want to say their name online, but that is like their lot. That is an enormous lot. Wow, good job, good job. Whew, your wife better be thankful. That's pretty amazing. Whew. Anyway, good early morning. Thank you, Carlos. Unfortunately, you might have to rewind. We are going to go because it is midnight. We have stuff in the morning, and then we are checking out. Well, checking out. It's our friend's place. But this house will be coming on the market if you want to move to Iloilo and you're looking for a rental house. There's nothing that's going to be like this. Nothing. Anyway, so stay tuned for that video. In the meantime, though, thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you again soon. Stay tuned. Make sure you check in our channel because we put up a video almost every day. And if you haven't seen us in a while, that's why. It's just YouTube not giving you all our videos. All right. Thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll see you again soon.